I got confronted by Faze. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Look, I know you've seen it. I got confronted last night by Faze Banks, Ron, and Lacey. And I just wanted to come on the channel and clear a few things up. We make mistakes. We strive for a level of fact-based reporting with a mix of anecdotal experiences and opinions that can give well-informed takes. And there are some instances, like the last video with the Faze clan, where the objective truth just isn't given. Sometimes it can be unobtainable. You're gonna need like a primary source or the word of mouth from the person involved, and we got that last night. Sometimes the research team on the channel just falls short, and sometimes we're just flat out wrong, and that's okay because we're here clearing it up right now. Also, people's opinions can change, especially when presented with new information, like the example brought up last night of the content creators doing things for a bag, or there was some sort of contract involved.
We pay all the new members $0, $0 out of all their pockets too. We don't touch any of their revenues. We're here trying to elevate these kids and invest in these kids. So that's the relationship, rather than, because the model just simply doesn't work. To your point, and what probably the points you were trying to make in this whack video, the truth is the way that the corporate fools used to run it, that's exactly how it was. They'd pay motherfuckers to put this shit in their name, pretend like they with it, and it was disingenuous and whack. Ron has bigger things, a bigger vision that he wants to do. How's he going to be able to do it? He streams 8 to 10 hours a day. The bigger brain play with these kids is to take their vision, what they want to do, help them elevate, put structure around them, and inject them with funding to fucking, you know, create shows, create products, whatever the fuck this fool wants to do. The whole point of these kids was to do it the right way. So,
and maybe with 2 more weeks of research, we could have came across some old clips, or maybe a couple tweets that would have given us more context. Or maybe in this situation, which I've seen a lot of the responses to this specific tweet, maybe it just needed to come from the horse's mouth. But at the end of the day, we're glad that we have that context, and we're glad that we can dispel those narratives and change our mind. Also, the conversation was appreciated. I reiterated that many times in it last night. Questions, comments, concerns?
I think we're good. I think we're all good here.
I appreciate the time. I appreciate the knowledge more than anything. I know the guys may have felt unjustly targeted in the video, and I want to be clear. It was not a hit piece. Our aim on this channel is to make videos on any and everyone in the wider content creator sphere. When there's drama, when there's changes, when there's controversy, or when there's triumph or great deeds done. And so with that being said, there's gonna be some details missed. We don't have an insider at all these groups at RDC, Faze, Sumbros, OTK, Beta Squad, Sidemen, etc., etc. So conversations like this are very valuable for not just me, myself, not just my team, but the greater community, those that also had potentially some of the same feelings or comments or concerns that I had and shared in my video. Now they have this information to change their mind. Ultimately, that was once in a lifetime. It's very rare that you get the opportunity to talk to the source, and I think it serves a greater purpose for the community, even if it was at my expense.
Original idea for a Faze house, we were letting Rage kind of run with that, and Rage put together that house on his own with his friends, which are Max, Silky, Kason. They're down there, they come up to LA, and everybody all of a sudden in fucking 2-3 days realizes, oh shit, this dynamic actually is genuine. It does work. We all want to be together. So fuck it. Let's dub the fucking Miami house and let's just all live together in fucking LA. That's essentially kind of what happened, right? Now we're stuck with 2 houses. If you think that was planned or mapped out, why are we locked into a fucking year-long lease in Miami I'm trying to get out of? It kind of dispels any sort of comment that could have ever been made about like some sort of plan or a disingenuous house. Because that it did happen in such a genuine way, this shit's gonna cost us mad bread.
Let me be clear, we are not Faze haters on this channel. When we first discussed the new Faze chapter, we gave all around credit for the adjustment to prioritizing pursuing a foothold in the fully produced group channel videos. In our recent video, we gave Faze nothing but praise in their recent defenses of a friend named Sketch who went through some turmoil. We make videos on the news, happenings, and trends of the WL community and the greater content sphere on a daily or bi-daily basis on this channel. We just happen to make a video chronicling their progress, reshaping their brand, and talking about the clip farming epidemic. Now, Ron and Lacey made some points that I want to address here as well. New Faze isn't going in an objectively bad direction, so why title, thumbnail, and open the video putting the direction of the shift up in the air, even if it's later said that the direction is good? This may be a good time to elaborate on what clickbait is, and a lot of people have existed on the internet, so they may know, but the idea is to make a sensationalized or potentially misleading headline in order to attract clicks and viewers. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the person in the video doesn't feel that sort of way or whatever the case may be. They may feel that way, they may not feel that way, but the ultimate goal is to get people to come in and view the content. A big part of this is the subversion of expectations, getting people people in with a more negative connotation, title and thumbnail, getting them into having a conversation that's filled with nuance, subjectivity, objectivity, and getting to this point where we can kind of change the narrative or ultimately bring open a greater conversation. I think a lot of people left the conversation saying, oh yeah, that's pretty good. But a great amount of people left the conversation saying, I still disagree with him. And a lot of it was due to bad wording and a lot of it was due to lack of information, but we can take that and keep moving forward here on this channel. Some of the new crop of Faze has been making content together for years. They've also known each other for a long time. I believe that the entirety of you guys, if there wasn't a contract put in place or et cetera, y'all wouldn't be creating content together. I do believe that.
You do realize there's no contract that we're getting paid.
That's fine. Even if it was the name or umbrella. I'm wrong there. You're right. I'm saying if you guys weren't under the umbrella, then...
I've been friends with Max since I started my career, basically. I've been friends with Rage since I started my career, basically. I've been friends with K-San since I started my career, basically. Friends with Jason midway through my career, and he's one of my best friends. Lacey is the only recent one. Silky I've known in the beginning of my career, so how does that make any sense?
Now, I'm glad we cleared up the bag situation, and I can admit that I have some unfamiliarity with some of the members like Ron and Lacey. But the concept of living together, creating content with multiple cameras and pre-planned setups and things of that nature are potentially still different from the relationship that they had beforehand. So this can lead to people believing that there was some awkwardness that they were seeing on camera and that awkwardness was natural awkwardness and not forced awkwardness for the bit. Now, cook me, I don't know who Tfue is. Had their fair share of issues, the Tufi contract, predator allegations, and even the crypto scam, which a lot of people were getting into, and that was popping. And I do recognize that getting small details like that can lead to me becoming more discreditable in the public eye, especially if you've already shaped an opinion on me. Hey, I'll try to do better next time. I cannot guarantee, but my editing team will be on my ass. I also want to address the clip farming portion of it. I don't think that Faze started clip farming. I think that was totally taken out of conversation. And there may have been other potential clip farmers or content creators who do it to the same level as Faze or even greater with how overt it is. But especially in the WL community where people very rarely break the character or breach that fourth wall or whatever the case may be, what Faze is doing with clip farming is new, innovative, and different, and just flat out weird to people that are out of the loop.
I was basically trying to prove a point that clip farming has been around since like 10, 20 years ago. Like old YouTube, old Vine content where it's, oh, let's do this for the camera to get a reaction from the people watching the content. That's what entertaining and content is. Now it just has this word, clip farming.
Now, I do want to reiterate and back up some things that Faze Banks even said in the conversation. Clickbait and clip farming are two necessary evils, as some would say, that would entice viewers and audiences to watch the content. Even if sometimes the thoughts of the title and the thumbnail aren't holistically represented in the actual video. If the thesis and the point are still addressed and discussed, then how is that different than presenting any boisterous clip and being loud and disruptive, but then turning into a guy's stream to see just guys being guys?
Before my face was even on the internet, bro, I used to sit and search and destroy Call of Duty lobbies for fucking 10 hours, spinning off buildings, missing shots, missing 1,000 shots in a row, hitting one shot, getting my boys' reactions, clipping, farming that clip all day before my face was ever on the internet, bro. In 2010, Faze been on this clip farming shit, bro.
We are the clip!
I'm saying you don't think it's more overt and out there to say like, yo, now this is intentional. Like we're intentionally doing this thing.
I feel like it's always intentional.
To make good content, to make engaging content, right? Like, is anybody turning on their stream to try to not have people watch?
And I do think that we still have some differences and maybe it's a misinterpretation, but at the end of the day, we talked about it. So we either learn how to be better communicators, which we will on this channel, and come back to the table, or we go on with our own belief systems. Ultimately on this channel, we will continue to blend information, accuracy, backed up opinions, and entertaining content with the ultimate hopes that we can give you guys a conversational piece, have people reacting, and then ultimately create a bigger conversation to either celebrate the people that need to be celebrated, push down the people that need to be pushed down, or have the dialogue that people have been wanting. I appreciate the time and opportunity. It's a learning curve, and I'll be better for it, to be honest with you.